Googly moogly. My name is Sean Carrier. Thank you for watching Bet Edge. We'll start this video off with a quick Masters recap. A very mixed bag for us. We failed to deliver you guys a winner, but I mean, we could not have been closer, and a lot of great things to take forward this week, in my estimation. No one in our six-pack finished worse than T27, Daniel Berger, and Brandt Snedeker, and then everyone else pretty much in the top 10. We had Matsuyama and Spieth finish T11, McIlroy T7, and then Mr. Justin Rose broke our hearts on Sunday. We actually doubled down on Justin Rose when they are on 13 there and Sergio put his ball in the bush. They're giving me even money on Justin Rose to win the Masters. I doubled down. That definitely did not go well for us. But hey, hats off to Sergio. I mean, the guy played great. He had every reason to kind of crumble there, and he just did not. He kept fighting. And good on you, Sergio. Congratulations. You played well. You definitely deserved it. And he earned it. He went out there and earned it. So good on you, Sergio. And you know what? We didn't win last week, but we've got another opportunity here and another great tournament. The RBC Heritage, a tournament I actually really like. So let's dive right in. I think we've got a winner in the six-pack here. We were knocking on the door last week. We're breaking it down here this week. So course info and things you need to know. The course this week is Harbortown Golf Links, a Pete Dye design located in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. So a coastal course right off the water there. So the weather definitely can play a factor in this tournament. And you can definitely see that when you look at the winning score here over the last few years. Sometimes it's up in that -20 range when the weather's down. And sometimes it's the winner's kind of 9 under like last year, Brandon Grace, if the winds kind of get up and the weather plays a factor. Just looking ahead here at the weather, doesn't look like it's going to play too much of a factor. The wind should be down, and I didn't see any rain or anything like that in the forecast. So probably a winning score closer to that -20 range. So keep that in mind when you're selecting your golfers this week. You need some guys that can take it low. Probably a bunch of birdie makers will be there on Sunday. Guys that can kick it up to that -12 to 20 range. So keep that in mind this week. It's a par 71, only 7,099 yards. Definitely one of the shortest courses on tour. 4 par 3s, only 3 par 5s. So not a bomber's paradise. Definitely not the course for the guys that just like to hit driver hole after hole and bomb it out there as far as they can. This course actually had the shortest driving average length on tour last year at only 265. Pete Dye really forces the golfers to kind of lots of hybrids and irons and 3-woods off the tee sort of thing. The placement and positioning of your drive is far more important than the distance this week. This course is really about getting your ball at the correct angle to attack the pins, more so than just getting out there closer to have a wedge in your hand. Being on the left or right side of the flag could really impact scores much more than just being closer proximity to hole type thing. So, and also smallest greens on tour. So what does that mean? You're gonna need guys. Guys are gonna be forced to get up and down an awful lot. You're gonna have a lot of guys missing greens. So scrambling and strokes gained around the green should definitely be key stats this week. That par 3 scoring, as we said, 4 of them on the course, and the strokes gained putting. That's what's gonna kind of help you get up and down, and it's what's gonna help you make your birdies to kind of gain strokes on the field. So those are the key stats. We've got a six-pack that we love. So let's dive right in. The leadoff batter, Mr. 59 himself, Adam Hadwin. I love Adam this week. I think it shapes up really well for him. He's coming off a 1st, 6th, and 36th in his last 3 weeks, and that 36th was his first Masters. In my estimation, a great finish for your first Masters tournament. And before that, a 1st and a 6th. So Adam Hadwin playing hot fire right now, and he finished 30th here last year. So definitely not a course he seems to mind. And from all those things we described earlier, I mean, that shapes up for Adam. He's not the longest bomber off the tee, but he puts it in the fairway. And when he gets on the green, if he's within that kind of 15 feet to the hole, he makes those putts way more often than not. And the stats really line up for him. He's 7th in strokes gained putting, 2nd in scrambling, and 3rd in par 3 scoring average. So he's right there in all of our key stats. He's playing hot fire right now, and he had a pretty decent finish here last year. So that's our leadoff batter. We love Adam Hadwin this week. I believe he pays 34 to 1. We have about a $15 bet on him to return about 500. Number 2, Russell Henley. Russell, a winner for us this year just 2 weeks ago at the Shell Houston Open, and maybe he can do it again. We're still not getting the odds you'd like to see with Russell, but I think it shapes up well for him. I think he should be there on Sunday, so we're going to take a piece. He's 6th in strokes gained putting, 16th in par 3 scoring average, and we dug up some Pete Dye numbers for this week. He's 1.639 strokes gained on Pete Dye courses, which puts him about in the top 10 in strokes gained on Pete Dye. So he seems to like these tougher Pete Dye designs, and all of the other kind of stats line up for him. He's also playing hot fire, 3 top 11s and a win in his last 4 events, and he finished 23rd here last year and 6th in 2013. So Russell Henley probably playing the best golf of his career right now, and he's coming to a track that he really seems to enjoy, and that was basically the recipe we used for that win at the Shell Houston Open. It looks very similar to that here this week. We're going to throw $20 at him. That'll return just about $500 also. So number 3, we've got Mr. Kevin Kisner. We love Kevin Kisner this week. The more I break this tournament down, the more I like Kevin Kisner. He's 45th in strokes gained putting, 25th in strokes gained around the green, 18th in driving accuracy. So he's gonna be in the fairway. He's going to be able to attack these pins, and he should make his fair share of birdies. 1.652 strokes gained on Pete Dye courses. So definitely he likes these designs also. Great form here. He lost in a playoff last year to Brandon Grace, so definitely a track he seems to like, and another golfer playing some of the best golf of his career right now. He's got a 2nd, an 11th, 17th, 10th, and 4th in his last 8 weeks. So that's 5 top 17 finishes with 2 top 5s mixed in there also. And when you just consider the strength of this field being kind of subpar, this probably one of those tournaments you're going to see Kevin Kisner in the top 5, maybe in that top 1 spot also. We're going to hope so. We'll throw $20 at him. That'll return about $500 also. Our cleanup hitter, number 4, Marc Leishman. If I could only bet on one golfer this week, it would probably be Marc Leishman. Leishman or Kisner, but I think I'd take the edge here with Leish. I mean, I love the way it lines up for Marc this week. He's finished 30th here in 2016, 9th in 2013, so definitely a track he seems to like. And he's playing some of the best golf of his career right now also. A 1st and a 9th in his last 3 events, 43rd at the Masters. I mean, it's not terrible. And all the stats kind of line up for Marc as well. 27th in par 3 efficiency, 3rd in strokes gained putting, 13th in scrambling, and 2nd in par 3 scoring average. So Marc is going to should take advantage of those par 3s, and if he's got 10 or 15 foot putts, I'd expect him to knock them in. He's a great roller of the golf ball on those greens, and I love Marc Leishman this week. 1.628 strokes gained on Pete Dye also, so he likes the Pete Dye designs. I mean, he's just checking off all the boxes for me this week. That's why we increased our unit here. We bumped it up to a $20 bet at 41 to 1. Would return 820. Would be our largest return of the week. But we don't mind risking a little more on Marc here. We really like the way it lines up for him. Number 5, Pat Perez. I love me some Pat Perez. I bet on Pat Perez maybe a little more than I should, but this is a spot where I really like him. He's made all 11 cuts this year, 11 for 11, and 7 top 20s with a win in those 11 tournaments. This guy is just the model of consistency right now. As we said, a weaker field this week. This is the kind of golfer that I would expect to kind of rise to the top of the leaderboard. He's made all 4 of his last cuts here at Harbortown. Some great results here. 26th in 2015, 18th in 2014 and 2013, and actually 6th in 2011. I forgot to throw that up there. And the stats all line up for Pat also. I mean, he's 35th in strokes gained putting, 27th in strokes gained around the green, 23rd in scrambling. He plays well here. He's playing the best golf of his career, and all of the stats line up for him. I would expect definitely a bump up from these late teen finishes, with this just being a weaker field. I think he's going to be up there in that top 10. So we'll take a piece of him at 51 to 1. I think those are great odds on Pat. I really expect him to do well this week. The last golfer of our six-pack, Tyrell Hatton, before the battery dies. The highest ranked golfer in the field at 16th in the world golf rankings. But he is not priced that way. I mean, I believe he's 6th or 7th in terms of pricing. He should be up there at 15, 16 to 1 with these Kuchers and Snedekers, but at 26 to 1 as a pure value play, I love Ty Hatton. He's first in strokes gained putting and playing some great golf right now. 2 fourths and a 10th in his last 5 tournaments. Just playing some great golf. Pure value play here. But, I mean, I would not be surprised if Ty Hatton is there. I mean, if you just look at last year's winner, Brandon Grace, I mean, the guy looks like Brandon Grace, but he plays like Brandon Grace also. He's got that Euro game that holds up against the winds, so if the winds kind of kick up, it should not bother him at all. And just in terms of skill, he's probably the highest skilled golfer in the field this week. So I love me some Ty Hatton at 26 to 1. You can sign me up. We'll throw a ducat at that. So the summary here, this is our six-pack. Russell Henley, Kevin Kisner, Ty Hatton, Pat Perez, Marc Leishman, and Mr. 59, Adam Hadwin. We fully expect the winner to be coming out of this six-pack here. I absolutely love the way it's lining up for us this week. I think we might have built up some good mojo there also, the way we lost the Masters. So with a little good luck and fortune, we should be delivering you guys a winner this week. We absolutely hope so. But we really hope this video helps any selections you're hoping of making in the PGA this week. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you can get at me at Twitter at bet_edge. That's our homepage. All of our picks, videos, betting tools, everything gets posted there, and it's all absolutely free. So give us a follow over on Twitter at bet_edge. And as I said, I'd be glad to answer any questions you guys might have or anything of that nature. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Good night and good luck.